It's Pokemon News of the Week with your host, Bob. Welcome back to Pokemon News of the Week, and Merry Christmas Eve. Here are tonight's headlines. We finally get information about 2 new Japanese sets that are coming out in January. We're also starting to see a few leaks for the English Paldean Fates, and long teddies, all that and more in Pokemon News of the Week. Hey everyone, welcome back to Pokemon News of the Week and Merry Christmas Eve. My name is Bob and here are tonight's headlines. This week was a little bit light for Pokemon News, but we did get some pretty big announcements. And we're going to start off with our first topic, which is 2 brand new announcements for Pokemon sets that are going to be releasing in January. Now, I say brand new, these names have been trademarked for quite a while now, but we actually got the official art and the official information. So the first set is called Cyber Judge. This Cyber Judge set is going to be focusing a lot on future Pokemon. So you can see on the front, there is the Virizion, there is the Cobalion, and there is the Terrakion types. And their names are pretty boring actually. What is it? It's Iron Boulder, Iron Leaves, and Iron Crown. I don't know why the Violet set got such a kind of sad naming, just Iron something. But this is one set that's coming out. But the second set, which is called Wild Force, coming out on the same day, also has beautiful art too. So this is with Entei, Suicune, and Raikou, so they're past types, which have even cooler names. So there is the Walking Wake, there is the Gouging Fire, and the Raging Bolt. Those names are so damn cool. Now, these 2 sets were officially announced at the 2024 Championship League in Kyoto, which happened yesterday and today. There's a couple of pictures up here so you can see what it kind of looks like. They actually had some of the card stuff from the art walk that we saw in Yokohama a couple of months back when there was the World Championship. But this is pretty cool, and they showed us some of the cool brand new Ace Spec cards. And we saw 2. The first one is called the Neo Upper Energy. And this is pretty cool. Firstly, these are a beautiful pink color. What a cool look. I have not seen Pokemon cards with this kind of pink on it ever. And they stand out like crazy. So this Neo Upper Energy has 2 effects. The first one is as long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it counts as a normal energy. And if it's attached to a Stage 2 Pokemon, then it counts as any 2 types of energy, but it can only be 2 at one time. So it's a pretty powerful energy card. The second card that we saw is the Prime Catcher. And this Prime Catcher card is also very cool too. It allows you to switch your opponent's active Pokemon for a bench Pokemon, and it allows you to switch your own bench Pokemon for an active Pokemon on your side. So, pretty cool. Interestingly, these Ace Spec cards, you can only have 1 in your deck, so they are limited, and you have to be very careful with which one you pick. And also, these are just fantastic. I don't know why I said also there. But there is an also. Interestingly, these are the brand new age regulation cards. And they also announced at this event that they're from January 26th is going to be FG and H regulation cards as the base set for standard tournaments. So anything before that, going back to E, so I think V Max Mew is in there, will no longer be a standard play card. So yeah, a lot of stuff happened just there, a lot of announcements. But basically, these 2 sets are going to be coming out on January 26th. I am very excited, and we will be updating you as soon as we get more information on these with arts, cards, and whatever comes out in this set. So stay tuned. Okay, this is surprising. There were a few more announcements today. Of course, this event's going on for 2 days, so there's going to be lots of announcements. First off, there are 2 new decks coming out. There is the Koraidon or Koraidon EX, and there is the Miraidon EX, so the future Miraidon and the past Miraidon. These are 3,600 yen each and will be coming out on January 26th. In addition, we have some card pictures, so we can see Koraidon there, Dragon type, with lots of ancient Pokemon, as well as the Miraidon with, again, Dragon type Miraidon with other future Pokemon. And these look pretty cool. They have some nice playmats, they have some nice boxes, and lots of trainer cards to boost up your decks. So hopefully we can get our hands on some of these. In addition, there was another Ace Spec card, so this is the Master Ball card. This allows you to search your deck for 1 card, and then I believe you can put it into your hand. I haven't checked the effect too clearly, but there was 1 Master Ball card announced. But we did actually get to see some of the EX cards for the upcoming sets. So first off, with Wild Force, as you can see, there is the Entei, Suicune, and Raikou types. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but these look damn cool. There's also a Flutter Mane, and I love Misdreavus if you don't know, so I'm very happy to see that, as well as 2 trainer cards, 1 that we already have and 1 that is new. And then for Cyber Judge, we have the 3 future Pokemon. So we have the Virizion, we have the Cobalion, and we have the Terrakion types. Again, can't remember their names, but these look very cool too. And again, we also have a few cards here. So we have the Iron Thorns with the future energy and 1 other Mania card. Haven't seen a Mania card in a little while. But anyway, these were some pretty cool announcements just suddenly out of nowhere, so I'm going to go back to me actually on the news. Now, another bit of information that was announced at the Championship League was the addition of some new extra battle packs. And for those of you that don't know, if you went to some tournaments in Japan, you get something called extra battle packs. They're just 1 card packs that allow you to get 1 of a possible 3 to 5 cards. Typically it's 5. And this year they're going to be starting from January 1st. And there are 4 cards that you can get. The first one is the Kibana card. I think his name is Raihan in English. I often forget, but this looks pretty cool. There's also a nice stadium card. So this is Skyfield. This is a very beautiful looking card too. There's also a Garbodor. So this Garbodor is a nice hollow. But they also have a Dragonite EX card. And I have not seen this card for quite a while. I believe the last time they printed this card was in the 20th anniversary set, and we actually did pull it ourselves in one of those packets many years back, or 5 years ago now. But it's a cool card, and it's cool that they're re-releasing them. So if you're entering a competition in Japan and you want to get your hands on some of these cards, then enter away. Hopefully you'll get some nice cards in your packs, or these will be able to purchase at some resale shops. But anyway, cool information. But moving away from Japanese cards into some English cards, we're going to look a little bit at Paldean Fates, and specifically we're going to talk about a few leaks of cards that are coming out. And I say leak like this because we kind of know what cards are going to be coming out in that set. First off, let me show you what pictures have come up on Twitter and so on, the official pictures. Firstly, we have just a simple base card. So we have Natu, very, very cute. Nice official card here. We also have a Charcadet Shiny. So this is a photo. We also have Raichu Shiny. We also have the Houndstone Shiny. So that's pretty cool. We also have a few super shiny rares, or shiny super rares. I will never get that correct. So we have a Pidgeot, we also have a Mew, and there's also a Squawkabilly. So there's a couple of these too. There's also the Palafin art rare, there's the Pawmi art rare, and there is also the Mew super art rare, and there is the Charizard super art rare. And I'm pretty sure you know what these are from Shiny Treasure EX. But the thing that fascinates me the most with these, I was looking at the number in the bottom left corner, and there are only 91 base cards. 91 base cards is tiny, and that is actually very small for an English release. Typically they're in the hundreds. I actually opened up a few cards the other day that were from, what are they called? Paradox Rift, and the card number is up to 182. So 91 is pretty shocking, honestly. So I'm so curious, which cards did not make the cut? Which ones were not included in this set? So as we find out more, we'll let you know, and hopefully you guys will find out soon. And to finish up today's news, because there really wasn't much news this week, we're going to talk a little bit about some Pokemon plushies, in particular, some very long plushies. A couple of years ago, the Pokemon Company, they introduced a few of these kind of like long plushies in Japan, and the ones that we've seen before are already Dratini and the Electros. These look very cool, and they're adorable. They have like one eye open, one eye closed, and they're very, very cute, but they have announced 3 more to this selection. So the first one I want to look at is Tatsugiri, and Tatsugiri is adorable. This is such a perfect Pokemon to create a long plushie. I believe it's big enough for you to actually hug or kind of like sleep on. They're pretty big from what I've seen. So there's Tatsugiri. There's also a Dunsparce, and Dunsparce is a stupid Pokemon, but I do think a lot of people like it. I say stupid, of course there's fans. I just, Dunsparce was weird. But anyway, there's a Dunsparce one, and there is also a Wiglet one. And this Wiglet looks adorable. I like how it's got the little rock bit at the bottom, so it looks like it's coming out of the water. But these are on sale right now on the Pokemon Center online and in Pokemon Center stores. They're going for 12,100 yen, so that's looking at about $90, $80 to $90 US. A bit pricey, but these are still cool nonetheless, so there you go. And my card of the week this week is going to be kind of thematic with the end of year coming. We're going to be looking at the Pikachu and the Cramorant card that came as a promo set in a post office exclusive Japanese set a couple of years ago. And these are damn hard to get. I got hold of one when they were about 35,000 yen at resale value, and already they are skyrocketing. They just keep going up and up and up, but they are beautiful, beautiful cards. And we're just going to look at each one in a little bit of detail. The first one is the Pikachu, and this is based off of a very, very famous Japanese art called The Beauty Looking Back. This art is from 1948, and they've designed it with the woman looking back with Pikachu on top. So I think that is a very, very cool design. And then also there is another one with Cramorant, and this is from 1949, Geese Flying Across the Full Moon. And I think that these two cards are beautiful. I think that they need to do more art pieces like this, but they need to stop making them really exclusive things, because resellers are just going to keep trying to buy them up and just resell them wherever they can. But these are my cards of the week. But guys, that was everything for Pokemon news this week, and like I say, there really wasn't so much to talk about, but I hope that you did enjoy the video. If you did, please do give us a like, please subscribe. Next week, there is a lot of stuff coming, and I am not joking when I say a lot of stuff. Tomorrow, Christmas Day, there is going to be a new Christmas opening, so stay tuned for that. That will be going up at some point tomorrow. There's also going to be actually kind of a surprise video, because I got another package from Aura Guardians, so I'm going to be showing me opening that and showing what kind of stuff you guys can expect coming very soon. And then also there's a One Piece opening, and on Friday next week I'm planning to do a live stream as a celebration for my 10,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing again. So if you're not subscribed already, do subscribe. We're going to talk a little bit about what the channel's been up to this point, and also talk a little bit about some plans for the future, and maybe we'll touch a little bit on the giveaway that I'm considering doing in the future. But thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time for more Pokemon news of the week. The problem with wearing a Christmas hat is it makes my hair an absolute mess. Although it's a mess anyway. But, alright, see you next time.